Let's see who's in this team. Let's see. 23 seconds, because YouTube don't like to give out notifications. But anyway, hey, welcome to Nothing with the Truth, guys, motherfucking Chronicles. Thank you. And I am here at 11 o'clock, getting ready to do this pop-up reading on Mr. Justin Bieber. He is March 1st, 94, and his wife, Hailey Bieber, 11/22/96. Let me do my majubas real quick while everybody getting in. Shout out to everybody who has come to visit me. I appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, thank you for coming to visit me. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy tonight's reading. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and then come register for free before the 31st at www.mbttarot.com. If you want to get your first time subscribers reading, just let me know in the notes when you register, and you can go over to my services page and you'll see the selection for first time subscribers, $15. Alrighty. And the Most High God, Allah Damari, thank you for taking our minds, body, souls, and making me feel shit. Kind of thank you for taking our minds, body, souls, and making me feel that shit. Promise truth. Allah Damari, Arumula, Fatila, Orbi, Baba, yeah. My mother, my father, the oldest, the youngest, the lady, the doctor, man, the female, the elements, the quantity, the warriors. Any lower vibrations after my needs, Alright, so like I was saying, we got my guy, little Mr. Bieber, and yeah, who is March 1st. That making him I think a Pisces, and his little girlfriend, I think her birthday is 11/22. So that making her Aries. So you got water and fire together, coming together. You know that can get a little bit messy, everybody. Water and fire is not cute together. We know this. It has to be total and complete balance in order for water and fire to even come together in a natural element. So I want to make sure you guys can see as good as can be. I know that's super duper size. Close to me, move do a little pinchy. Let me see. Use my hand, y'all. Excuse me again. You know, no sauce, boss. I definitely don't see the battery. I don't know. I hate messing with this darn phone/camera, because I don't be trusting the cord, y'all. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to switch the cord. I'm trying to get y'all a clear view of what's going on, because I'm getting a clear view, but it seems that you guys are not there. Alright. I feel a little bit better about that. I can work with that a little bit. bit. So let's get to the business. Alrighty. So we got the King of Cups. And we got the little, well, we could say he's still young. So that's the Knight of Cups. And we'll give wifey the Knight of Wands because she is a fire sign. So we clearly got a oil and water carrying on around here. Yeah, I know how much I seriously cannot stand this part of the ordeal. I think I'm going to complain about this part until whenever. Right. My goodness, I hate looking for cards. Alright, so there we go. Whoosh. You know I like to put them in the middle. So I'm throwing them both in the middle. And as you see, we got fire and water. Totally focused on him. He's totally focused everywhere else. Okay? Does he care about her? Does he love her? Absolutely, without doubt. But they just are born in their own zodiac signs, their own energy, and that's just what it is, y'all. So now we're going to look and see what the bones got to say in the little country of the world. Oops, there's a super throw. Okay. So as y'all know, anything that falls outside the circle stays outside the circle. It's not really red unless it's slightly still on the map. Like this one was slightly still on there. Alright, so everybody is still within the realm of the realm of the circle. So let's get to what's going on here. So here we got her. Physically, she got it made in the shade for the most part, as far as she's concerned. She is everything. Period. Everything kind of relies on, him. Here it seems like he is pretty much in the midst of a whole lot of drama and a whole lot of conflict, a whole lot of fighting. And this is in reference to, his financial position. Right now it seems, excuse whoever that is making all that noise in the background because it has to happen. But, so like I was saying, there goes the coin here letting us know that physically there is something being lost, whether that be money, whether that be what brings in the money, whether that be how he's feeling about himself. Over his head though, his focus is, how do I get back to this point? And it seems like he got a whole lot of choices in reference to his career. And there's a woman here that kind of has a little bit of control over how his career is going to move. Point blank, bottom line. As you can see, the tip of this coffin pin lands on her. Okay, now it's very clear that they are married. They have this energy that is connected. There's no secret about how they feel about each other, about the marriage. At the same time, in her mind is like, oh my God, he's going to have to leave me alone. If he wants his career to pick back up, he's going to have to put some type of rumor out or a concept out that we have broken up, because the majority of his fans are young girls. This is just the obvious, and this is how as long as he's married and spoken for, these young girls are going to drop off like hotcakes and lose their interest pretty darn much. And it's straight up and down like that. And so he's at a crossroad. Does he sell his happiness and his connection to this female to continue his career? Or do he say, you know what, I will relieve myself of the burden to stay with my significant other and, call it a day? Because right now, She done warned them. She got the power to change everything, to take away everything. Like, she is not happy about him. Her thoughts about him is straight negative. She has nothing but animosity towards this little boy. Seriously. Now, it's showing here, you know, there may have been, another little situation that he was in, where he gave her what she wanted a couple of times, to maintain their career. Well, to maintain his career, should I say. But this was something that he could not even stomach. Seriously. It was just like, OMG, I can't do it. Just no. Okay? And this is where his career toppled over and slowed down. This particular situation was not a good look. And, the reality of it all is he is over his head in stress. There's some people who know, there's some people who don't. It's a lot of wealthy people who are not going to support him if he does not make the choice to sell his idea of happiness for his career. Allegedly. I don't want no smoke from nobody, but this is how this tarot card reading is coming up. And if anybody want to challenge that, we can tag Justin Bieber. And I'm sure if I'm saying something that is not true, he is real enough to acknowledge it. I've seen him acknowledge some pretty darn real shenanigans. Real rap. So if y'all want to challenge it, please be my guest and challenge it. Because if I'm not right, I say I'm not right. Straight up and down. So anyway, here we see that, there's a lot of spiritual energy around this industry, around this business, around these corporations, around this money. Hey, Miss Red, shout out to you. And, over time, he has slowly agitated people to the point where they are in their emotions because their money being returned to them that they invested, that they threw out there, that they put out there, depends on him singing, dancing, jumping loops, and doing all the other things that the actors and musicians do. And he doesn't seem to be doing it. He seems to have gone on his own little personal strike. And, he has no problem with letting the whole entire world know who the hell he is with. Okay? He don't care if this was his family, if this was his family telling him to do something other than show love to where he wanted to show love. It just would not happen. It doesn't matter what any of these people have to say. Right now, as we speak, unless he cracks up, he is standing on his 10 about how he feel about this. He's not going to detach from his wife. He's not going to deny his wife. He's not going to pretend that she does not exist so that he can continue on satisfying other people. It's just not going to happen. So this is somebody that he love enough to throw away the career. Point blank, bottom line. It's just that simple. This is not even rocket science. That's how simple it is. That's how plain and clear, that picked up on his energy. He's not doing nothing by choice. Can he make music until he's blue in the face? Yes, he can. But he will not do it at the expense of his marriage. It's just not going to happen right now. They might want to try again later, boo-boo. But not today. Not today. So let's get to see what the cards say. And what I'm going to do is use the same similar... Hey, Pammy. How are you? I'm going to use the same method that I used with Will and Jada, where I'm going to pretty much read down their paths. Ooh, my hands is beyond ashy, y'all. What kind of folks is y'all? Y'all wasn't going to say stop with some lotion on hoe. Whoops. Well, listen. When you see an ashy, you know one thing. They butt is clean and they wash their hands, damn it. Point blank bottom line. So, I'll be ashy. I ain't mad. Ashiness is right next door to cleanliness, baby. You got to be a different kind of dirty to be so dirty that you're ashy, okay? Just that simple. Hi, Miss Hunt. Hi, baby. Thank you. Smooches. Y'all are the that's the best. The best. The best. All right. So let me get some room over here real quick. All right. So we got wifey. We got Bieber. Okay. Now, excuse my big old head. I'm over here dropping stuff. Hands all slippery and greasy in there. So right now, Lil Beeb is standing his ground. Okay, he thugging it. It is what it is. Like, they not making Lil Shorty Ben break a fall, and I respect that. Okay, color ain't got nothing to do with standing on your 10. You stand on your 10, you stand on your 10. That's it. I can respect that. I don't care what color you is. You could be purple for all I care. If we had a whole world of people standing on their 10, we'd be doing great. Everybody want to live in La La Land, though. Alright. So here goes this little quiet war that hasn't exactly dripped over into the public again right about now to become another distraction, right? So first we're going to see where's her mind at right now. So right now where she's at is like, listen, we in this shit together. We done came, we done got married, we fuck with each other, we stuck with each other. It ain't no dipping and diving. She's standing on her 10 with her husband. Yeah, I can't see that. Let me move that down. So she's standing on her 10 with her husband. Okay? Now, if young people can get this done, I don't understand why we can't as adults. Like, seriously. Like, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Chill. Alright. So that's where she at with it. She's like, listen, okay, we not budging in. This is what it is. So let's see what he's talking about now. And then we gonna look at this from the industry perspective. Why in the hell are you bullying these two little children who so happen to have fallen in love, gotten married, and just want to enjoy being in each other's face? If they would stop trying to separate them, they probably would give each other some air after a while to go back to what they usually do. But as long as they get in the middle, they like the annoying parents that won't go away. You know, it's going to make it even more difficult. So, let's see what Beeb got to say about it. So, his idea is like, yo, if you with me, I'm with you. I'll walk away from this whole business shit. I don't need it. I'm good on that. You know, I'm not sure what the future gonna hold if I walk away from it, but I know one thing, I won't be unhappy. Like the rest of these old boogers that he's been seeing unhappy, okay? So now we know from back in the day that Sir Usher was his mentor, and that's one of the people that, you know, put him together so that he could even get this far. So let's see what kind of advice would Usher be giving to little Mr. Bieber and his wife at this point. Because if Usher's coming from a real genuine place as a man with children and wanting to be happy his damn self, and they really friends like how he say, then I would think that Usher would be giving him the right advice, which is to stand on your 10, little homie. Seriously. So let's look and see what Usher got to say about the whole scenario. Right. Alright, so first off, right here, Usher is, you know, energy is pulled, and it's a discussion of knowing Justin since he was a child, okay? You know, knowing him since all he had was his mother. Knowing him when his mother didn't have anything and he was just simply innocent. You know, and knowing him for his mother being loving enough to allow Justin, you know, to go through whatever Justin needed to go through to grow. So he knows Justin on a more family-oriented or intimate level, I would say. So let's see what else he's bringing to the forefront. So that's pretty much how his connection to him, you know. And so Now, we're talking about the devil here, and that's the Capricorn energy, the earth energy. That's a discussion of drugs, bondage, relationships that's not good for you. Um, all of these things. And then you got the Seven of Cups, the drinking. So, guys, allegedly, but this is showing that right now, Mr. Ursh is going through some things on his own or has gone through some things, especially when dealing with alcoholism and drinking and, kind of saying like, listen, I had to sacrifice a whole lot and quickly to get to where I am, to have the pull in this industry that I am. So, this is Ush looking on both sides of the board. He's looking at where Justin came from, and he's looking at what he had to sacrifice in order to maintain himself in his art, in his industry. And so he's talking about, when you're being pulled in two directions and you want to tap out because the weight of this industry, of this craft, is just way too much. It's too much. Okay, it's competitive. You got people pulling strings, manipulating. You got puppets on the deck. He's going through all of these thoughts. He's really categorizing and organizing these thoughts the right way. He's saying, like, listen, I already know, like, it's wicked in here. It is nothing to play with on this industry level, is what he's saying in translation. So, what is his overall advice to his little protege? So, here we got this Queen of Swords. Right. And remember when we was throwing down the bones, it showed this female that pretty much had a nice chunk of control over little Mr. Bieber in his career, in his finances, in everything that his world is comprised of right now. And she seems to be somebody that is older, but she is part of the reason why little Mr. Bieber has anything that he has, all the way down to having, the ability to expand and chase after his goals. This woman has dumped a whole lot of money in this boy's career. Something different, okay? And she is pissed off to the maximum, okay? And so it's just like, I don't know if you want to play with her, because she has the same power that she did to invest in your career. Honey, she got the same power to take your whole soul off your body and send it down the river. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, that's how he's looking at it. I don't know if that's the right information to be giving him, because I would tell him to stand on his 10 personally. But it seems that certain other people did not exactly stand on their 10, and so they wouldn't be able to come forth and give that level of advice, being that you didn't, take your own advice. On the same token, from experience, you learn lessons, even though you can't always go back and undo what you have created. So it's a double-edged sword there, too. Okay, so what does Justin's mom have to say about this? So we got the King of Swords, we got the Tower, we got the Five of Swords, and we have the Fool. Hello, Justar. How are you doing, babe? So what we got here is this King of Swords energy, and this is somebody that could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or somebody who is just functioning in that rough, radical energy of the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And, she's looking at this like, oh my goodness, my son is freaking nuts. He's really going to destroy himself trying to go to war with the whole darn industry. Is it worth going against these suits? Is it? It's not exactly worth it, probably, from the perspective of somebody who ain't got to go through the annoyance of it every day. So, what she says is, oh my God, my son is the SHIT, because he ain't got no problem with it. He will stand on his 10 and stand for what he believes in. And so she feels that, what? Yeah, stand for what you believe in. Stand for what you believe in. Because you're going to end up in a better position if you do. You know, you may be losing money right now. Things may be looking crazy and may be looking like your fan base is going down the block. But at the end of the day, when you stand square on your 10 and face your fears and do what you gotta do, you come out at the end of the game a whole lot better. Dump the money. And that's what I would have told my own baby. Yes, ma'am. You sure did. That's what I would have told my own kid. Like, screw them, do you. Like, let them see you how they see you. Point blank, bottom line. So, what is going to be the outcome at the end of this whole situation when it all blows over, and the whole world is brought to the truth? What is going to be the ultimate outcome from Mr. Bieber? Is he going to end up being a poster boy? Hi, 100 Pure Love. Is he going to end up being a poster boy for all of these other young artists that they have violated? And is he going to be the one to bring it to the forefront? Or is he going to be another one who falls by the wayside because they just didn't do nothing? Let's see. So here we got the Page of Swords. We got the Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. And so, unfortunately for them, he's not about to play with them. They can keep pressing him if he wants to. He gonna start letting everybody know, like, listen, these people are trying to destroy me and my wife's marriage, and they are trying to destroy my image and who I am and what I stand for in every way. They're trying to, he's gonna blow their spot up. Like, listen, y'all not about to do this, and I'm not about to take this shit quiet either. I'm different. I ain't scared of none of y'all old folks. It's how he coming. Point blank, bottom line. So, will he win this war between himself and the industry at the end of the day? Being that clearly we should be hearing something about Holmes, you know, in a bit. So, he's going to be there to stand strong. They are not going to be able to beat him like they beat everybody else. The little boy is a whole lot smarter than people think. And, you know, he's going to let them think that they getting away with whatever they getting away with. But he got investments elsewhere, things that they don't know nothing about. And when they hit, he out. And ain't nothing they going to be able to do. He going to be able to buy their ass when he finished with them. Okay? He about to pull the whole entire Michael Jackson Jr. on them. Like, he's about to be the youngest Michael Jackson / Prince who walked away from the industry with a whole catalog. But hopefully it don't end the same way it ended for Prince and Mike, you know? Anyway, outside of that, will the industry back down when he begins to expose them? Is a good question. Whoops. Let's see. So, here you got, you know, this victim mentality, you know, where they had all of their ducks in coins and everything invested in him. So they're going to end up trying to take him to court at some point. Or vice versa. But somebody is going to court. Okay? Somebody going to be up in that joint. Because they not about to go for this. They not trying to go for this without a fight neither. It's too much money invested that they haven't capitalized on yet. And they not trying to let it go. They're like, the slave is trying to break free. He done signed the contract. Is he kidding me? We not going for that. Period. So let's see. Will they actually win in court? That's a good question. Damn. Right. So what this is showing is that if they take him to court, granted, you know, they're going to be taking him for the money. But they are going to end up walking away having a problem because he got him a good damn team here. He got a male and female lawyer. And they on both sides of the darn board, y'all. They know the industry like the back of their hand. They know everybody that them folks know, and they not about to let these folks get away with it again. Because they've been getting away with it with people, kids in the industry, and they are equally at war with this industry, just like he will be. Okay? Point blank and a bottom line. So they gonna be going for the pockets, but guess what? It ain't gonna work out that way. Okay? They gonna end up leaving with nothing. Nothing. And they gonna make sure that from that point on, Mr. Bieber will not have his career at the same capacity that he's ever had it. But he won't ever have to worry about money, discomfort, or nothing else. Because those who are aware and awake are gonna follow him anyway. And that's where they lose at. So they got them a little smart guy. Point blank bottom line. That's what that is. Let's see. One last question. Will Justin Bieber and Usher's connection to each other remain as solid if Justin refuses to bend, break, and fold for the industry? Let's see. So, yes, they will still have a very strong relationship, even though they're not around each other a lot. But he still looks at Justin like damn near his kid. He invested a lot in him too, and he is going to be very interested to see what Justin's future ends up being like, because he chose to stand for something outside of what most of these people have fallen for, because they scared to lose the lifestyle. So they got a fearless little boy who has fallen in love, and he ain't about to bend, break, or fold for none of them about that on no day. Simple as that. So do you guys have any questions? I got a couple of cards left. If y'all got questions, y'all can throw them up in the comments in reference to Justin, and I will answer them. Again, if you are new to my channel, MBT Tarot, cool. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in getting your first time subscribers reading, you can do that at www.mbttarot.com. Look for Book Me, and you will be able to see first time subscribers reading is $15. Okay? Also, all memberships on my website is free until the 31st of this month. Anytime after that, you will have to grab one of the paid memberships. Period. Also, if you are a paid member on this platform, you will not have to pay for a membership, depending on what membership you're at. If you are at the lower membership, you may have to pay $5.99, but that's as far as it's gonna go. Any of who's. So, being that I don't see any questions, and it is getting late, and I still have to drag my raggedy to work, so I have to get my life together. I will see all of you belovedly wonderful, abundant folks on the next go round. Thank you for coming to chill with me, getting all up in Mr. Bieber's business. And now you know that is a little quiet little war going on between him and the industry, and he seems at this point to be standing on all 10 of them toes, y'all. So much love, smooches, alafia, ashe. See you on the next. Later.